सेव किया था ना?
मैं सिर्फ इसलिए गया था क्योंकि उसने मुझे कॉल किया, that's it. But listen तो.
Save it for someone else.
जिंदगी में सेव करना जरूरी है, मगर जब बात पैसों की हो, सिर्फ सेविंग से काम नहीं चलेगा। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और अपने सेविंग्स को आगे बढ़ने का मौका दीजिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Cut the clutter today has to be about the election results, isn't it? Much as I would have been tempted to do something else given my own madnesses, I might have been tempted to talk about this comic book coup attempt of sorts by these sundry right-wingers and some old royal in Germany of all places. But we leave that for another day or for one of my colleagues, because the elections that have taken place are very important and there are some very interesting things to see, not just between the lines but also between the figures. Now I also know, I'm aware that you've been listening to this since 8 o'clock in the morning. In fact, most TV channels start at 7 o'clock and they start already debating who will win, who will not win, and even party candidates start arguing as if they won or lost. And you then see these mega panels all day. So I know that you've had an overdose, so I'll try and make it short and as precise as possible, and also try and look at some takeaways which either might have been missed in these discussions, or given the length and the volume and the verbosity of those discussions may have been lost. So here we go. 3 elected entities, 2 states and a key municipal corporation went to the poll. The 3 outcomes have a bearing on the future of all 3 of our pan-national parties. The results are conclusive in each entity, yet intriguing in the big picture. For the political analyst, they yield no uncluttered analysis, as in 3 central takeaways that you can link in a straight line. Remember, we always keep telling you 3 is a straight line. So point 1, point 2, point 3, you link them, that's a straight line. If one line can link 3 points, that is the straightest of straight lines. But then, when did we ever claim or even wish that Indian politics should be as simple as that? Even that one tempting line that the result has been bittersweet for all 3 parties is lazy analysis, and you will understand why as I try to unravel this a bit more. Let's begin with the biggest bull in India's political ring, that is the BJP. Its landslide in Gujarat has broken the all-time record set by Madhav Singh Solanki for the Congress in 1985. Great news for the BJP. That gives it much to celebrate, of course. This victory, however, was always anticipated even by its adversaries. So it isn't such a big deal. Yes, the numbers are great for the BJP, but the victory itself, or a large victory itself, is not such a big deal. The mood is, however, the BJP's mood, however, is sobered by the defeats in Delhi, MCD and Himachal Pradesh. The state party president JP Nadda comes from. That's a bummer. The numbers in Gujarat are overwhelming for the BJP. The final rounds of counting were still going on as this was being recorded, but already the party's vote percentage at 52 plus, just a little over 52, is marginally more than the 49, exactly 49 that it secured in 2017. It's remarkable, it's a remarkable achievement for the party to have its vote percentage rising even in the 5th consecutive election under Narendra Modi. When we say under Narendra Modi, we make a loaded point. One, because for some time, large part of this, he was chief minister, but even after he rose to become prime minister and he was no longer the chief minister in Gujarat, his shadow hangs over Gujarat politics. So all the voting is either for him or against him in Gujarat. So this is the 5th election under his watch. That last point, however, is a tough reality check. What is the last point? That Modi's name swung this election in Gujarat. His name can swing election. In the same election season, in one state, the BJP sweeps in Modi's name, that is Gujarat, and only because of Modi's name. In the other state, Himachal Pradesh, as we told you just now, party president JP Nadda's state, Modi's name did not work. That is when Modi himself, sensing trouble, had put his reputation on the line. Don't look at the candidate, he had said famously and audaciously. Just look at the symbol and vote in my name. If people in Gujarat vote only in Modi's name and in Himachal Pradesh they don't, despite beseeching them to do so, it underlines to the BJP the limitations of the Modi magic. Even in the MCD election, Modi's name was liberally invoked. although he didn't campaign himself. The party even put up hoardings with large portraits of Modi thanking him for the waiver of property tax defaulters, fines and dues. Can you imagine subjecting your prime minister to something like this? But the party did that because they were so desperate to win MCD, because they lost Delhi government. That really hurts them. So far they had control of the MCD, so a large part of Delhi's administration, management, upkeep, the party was doing, but now it's out of them. They didn't want to lose it. That's why they even used Modi's name and picture on hoardings, hailing him as if he had personally waived off the fines of these defaulters. Defaulters are not good guys. Defaulters are bad guys. Nevertheless, that wasn't enough to swing the election for the BJP either. This reminder of the limitations of Modi's vote-catching powers when he isn't directly on the ticket or in his home state will sober the BJP's enthusiasm, I think, for 2023 as they go ahead for major tests. 4 major states: Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. And actually, I'll also eat Telangana somewhere there. They will be going to the polls next year in all 4. In the first 4, it's a straight contest between the BJP and the Congress. In the 5th, Telangana, that's a bit different because Congress used to be the main challenger to KCR then. Now it looks like that role has been taken over by the BJP. The current BJP government in Karnataka, let's look at Karnataka first. The current BJP government in Karnataka, stitched together with begged, borrowed and stolen MLAs, is probably the most unpopular state government in the country at this point. The chief minister is a lightweight, if not a joke outright. Everybody is fighting everybody and the Congress is still intact. That's the difference. If the BJP loses the election this coming May, it will be a big setback. Modi is the party's only vote catcher. Given how Himachal has yet again exposed the limitations of his charms in polls, except in his home state, the BJP will be anxious. Remember, if I take you back to 2017, Modi had seen trouble in that election and he had really made many more visits to Karnataka than had been planned earlier to try and win that election. But in spite of the fact that Congress party was facing anti-incumbency, BJP was not able to win a majority in that state. And if you remember, initially in that state, a Congress-JDS coalition had come into power. They had kept the BJP out for some time. The fact is, in none of the major state elections besides Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh has Modi been able to swing a majority for his party since the winter of 2018. Karnataka 2018, Haryana, Jharkhand in 2019, West Bengal later. In none of these, Modi was able to swing a majority for his party in his own name. The reason we are not including Maharashtra here is because Maharashtra was an election fought by BJP and Shiv Sena together. So you can't either credit or blame Modi for whatever happened there. And the fact also is that the BJP Sena combined did win a majority. After that, some tamashas took place as Shiv Sena went away and then more happened later, but let's not go there. This frustrating limitation of Modi not being able to win elections in states other than Gujarat in his name, this will impact the BJP politics and choices in 2023. Will the BJP now risk dumping Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh, much as it might want to, and much as its super vocal favorites in the state, Narottam Mishra and Kailash Vijayvargiya, demand, or maybe much as Jyotiraditya Scindia might expect? Can the BJP now dare to keep Vasundhara Raje sidelined in Rajasthan? We know it would love to, but who are the choices? Who are the alternatives to Vasundhara Raje? What are the risks in case they make a change? And in Chhattisgarh, if not Raman Singh, who it generally has a low opinion of and who it has sidelined now for a long time, who else? When the leader's name wins you everything, as Modi's does in Lok Sabha or Gujarat elections, then all is forgiven, all sins are forgiven, or as we say in Hindi, Saat Khoon Maaf, right? 7 murders are forgiven. Bad translation, it loses flavor, but that's what it is. But when it doesn't, that creates problems for a political party as it does for the BJP. Now, how confident can the BJP be going into Telangana, which it so covet, and in fact sees a chance of Telangana being its second state in the south? But will it be as confident as it might have been if Modi had been able to swing Himachal? The fact is, Himachal and to some extent the MCD have reaffirmed that reality. That if Modi is on the ticket, he can sweep an election sufficiently nationally. If it's the state of Gujarat, Modi can sweep it in his name. Uttar Pradesh is a little bit sui generis, also because Yogi Adityanath risen as a key leader there and a vote catcher. So there is an Uttar Pradesh exception. But will the magic work in Telangana? Let's see. That question has now been opened up. We list the AAP, Aam Aadmi Party, ahead of the Congress in the chronology of this analysis simply because it has been the rising political force in the country. It hasn't fully lived up to that reputation in this election though. We know that its leader Arvind Kejriwal has announced proudly that AAP has become a national party, having crossed the threshold or qualification bar with its small score in Gujarat. But a mere 4 or 5 seats in Gujarat after such hype, campaigning and spending, it has spent a lot of money. This must be a real bummer. The victory in the MCD election is a big plus, even if the tally was way below what exit pollsters forecast, what Aam Aadmi Party itself may have expected, and the BJP now is close enough to cause trouble. In fact, if you want to look at percentages, Aam Aadmi Party nearly doubled its vote percentage in MCD from 2017. So it's gone up from 21% to 42%. That's exactly double. On the other hand, the BJP itself, instead of declining, has increased its vote percentage. It just so happens that the Congress has declined so heavily that a lot of that vote has gone to Aam Aadmi Party. BJP also, even though it has lost, it has not got a majority, but it has got a larger vote percentage than it got the last time, from 36% to 39%. The party that's really suffered is the Congress, which has gone from 21 to 11. And then of course all the others, independents, they've also got wiped out, and all that additional vote has gone to the BJP. Now, if Aam Aadmi Party compared this, say with the state election, they got 53.6% vote. So from 53.6% vote to 42% vote is like a decline of 10% vote over these elections. So we know that it's a different election, but there are some questions there. BJP can also cause a trouble, Aam Aadmi Party trouble in MCD, especially because the municipal house is not bound by limitations of the anti-defection law, and the mayor is directly elected. So that khichatani, that tug of war will now begin, because the BJP will now start trying to todo the councillors of Aam Aadmi Party, because there is no anti-defection law. There are 14 nominated councillors also. They will vote in a certain way because you know who will nominate them, right? And others, even from the Congress, can be made to cross vote, although those numbers are very small. So this battle is not yet over. In fact, Amit Malviya, the BJP spokesperson, already tweeted yesterday that remember, there will be a battle for the mayor's position now, and also take note of the fact that in Chandigarh, although the BJP did not have a majority in the municipal corporation, the mayor is from the BJP because there was some cross voting. So once again, these games will go on. Further, under the new municipal law that Modi government has passed, most powers of the MCD have been taken away. So center controls almost everything that matters in Delhi, besides what it has not been able to take away from the elected state government. The first big takeaway for Aam Aadmi Party is that just as Modi isn't such a vote catcher outside of Gujarat, Kejriwal isn't outside of Delhi. Like Uttar Pradesh for Modi, Kejriwal has a Punjab exception. Both these states have peculiar features, Punjab as well as Uttar Pradesh. Punjab, the important thing also is that Aam Aadmi Party was never up against the BJP. It was up against the Congress party, which faced anti-incumbency, also which broke up and basically whose leadership vaporized. So Congress party committed harakiri not once but thrice over in Punjab. And that's what changed the situation in Punjab. And by the Lok Sabha election, AAP's vote share in Punjab had really collapsed. It's only because Congress party did so many unwise things in the last year of the tenure of its government, changed chief ministers too late, that people got really fed up. They got fed up and they went for an alternative. That's the peculiar feature in Punjab. Now, AAP's score of just 1% of the vote in Himachal Pradesh, bordering Punjab, makes that point starkly. All of Kejriwal's candidates have lost their deposit there. In fact, its vote percentage is just marginally higher than Nota in Himachal Pradesh. This election, therefore, is a dampener on Kejriwal's national ambitions. at least in the immediate future, though we've known him to be persistent and keep trying, and he will keep trying, so don't write him off, but this is a setback. It's also now established his party as the Congress's main rival. Its score of about 13% of the vote in Gujarat, added to the Congress party's 28, adds up almost exactly to the 41% the Congress party had polled in 2017. Now we have to understand the mind and the psyche of Kejriwal. So Kejriwal is not afraid of going into really high profile battles where he knows he's going to lose, right? So he went into Gujarat this time, and when he goes into a battle, he goes there claiming that he's forming the government. So he has that quality which any politician must have, which any competitive politician must have. No politician goes to the polls saying, look, I'm fighting to be an also-ran, I'm fighting to be a good number 3 or number 4, I'm fighting to get just a few seats so I can get a national party status. No. A political leader has to say, I'm coming to win. That's what he did in Gujarat. But he knew that that was an impossibility, so he was making an impact. What happens is when he goes into a contest like this, it immediately gives him a national profile in some ways ahead of the Congress. So his competition is with the Congress. Now, I will take you back to 2014. If you have to try and understand Arvind Kejriwal's style, in 2014, remember, he went to Varanasi to challenge Narendra Modi. It's not as if he thought he was going to defeat Narendra Modi, but he went there, campaigned very seriously because he knew that that was the most high-profile election. And he also knew that other parties, SP, Congress, BSP, whoever, they would have all given up. So they are contesting against the BJP or Narendra Modi would be just an academic exercise, naam ka vaste, where he would go with high profile, do a lot of interviews, attract a lot of media. What that did, while his defeat was certain and guaranteed, what Varanasi in 2014 did was to give him a national profile. That is what he's tried to do this time in Gujarat, because going there, causing the Congress so much damage, he's telling a lot of anti-BJP voters in the country, look, Congress is not your choice, I'm a better choice for you. Now, at the same time, has this election also exposed the limitations of Kejriwal, Aam Aadmi Party's ideology-free politics? The decline in Muslim and Dalit votes in Delhi for him, as shown by exit polls, is only one indicator. But can you build a pan-national politics based on free power, water, free this, free that? In any case, how far can you go with any of these when all the others have cracked this code? All of them are flaunting the same freebies. Even those who might dismiss these as raveries, right? The BJP dismisses these as raveries in apparent self-righteousness, but they are also content to offer the same goodies. The copyright on goodie politics or ravery politics has been broken. Overall, at this point, this is a setback to Kejriwal's ambition of being Modi's preeminent challenger in 2024. Caveat, there are still 16 months to go, and we know that Kejriwal doesn't give up. The result fully conforms to the definition of bittersweet only for the Congress. It's been routed so thoroughly in Gujarat that it may fall short of the 19 required to at least have a leader of the opposition. That nothing could be more bitter than that. That all the votes it has lost in Gujarat have gone to a new challenger or an upstart holds up the Delhi-Punjab mirror to it. That you can lose your vote share to a new challenger, not to the BJP, but to a new challenger. And what the mirror shows is rude as hell. Did the party err in not campaigning in Gujarat in an organized way at all? Did the party err in conserving its resources and not spending in the Gujarat campaign? Did the Gandhis dumping the campaign in Gujarat hurt the party? Switch to Himachal now, even while we search for answers to those questions. Switch to Himachal now. The Gandhis were mostly not there, but the party had local leaders who fought cohesively. The party's local leaders and those assigned by the High Command were also able to keep it cohesive. That's the important thing. The BJP, on the other hand, faced massive internal dissent despite such a strongly High Command controlled party and despite the president of the party coming from Himachal. It faced massive internal dissent and had to contend with how many rebel candidates in a tiny state? 19 rebel candidates in a tiny state. At the end of the day, the Congress won itself the gift of a full-fledged state, however small, but its state is a state. Himachal Pradesh is a full-fledged state that Delhi isn't. We need to note one significant fact. This is the first electoral victory the Congress party has scored since the winter of 2018. And while Priyanka Gandhi did hold some road shows in Himachal Pradesh, this has been achieved mostly without the Gandhis. So is that the key lesson for the Congress party then? What is the lesson? It is the electoral irrelevance of the Gandhis. Is that the lesson? The Gandhis can't get you the votes. I am elaborating. The Gandhis can't get you the votes. They even lose you the votes in a Modi versus Rahul binary. But they do contribute for sure and critically by keeping the party and its ideology together. So that's our understanding of elections in three places, three entities, two states and a municipal corporation, albeit a politically important one, in which no party can go home either completely devastated or broken or defeated or completely exhilarated and happy. We've rarely seen three elections deliver such intriguing results at the same time.